All right, guys, today we're going to be talking about compound words, contractions, and abbreviations. For compound words, there are two different forms, the closed form and the hyphenated form. The closed form is when words are smashed together. They're smashed together. So you can take the word blacksmith, and you know that that is two words, black and smith, blacksmith. It's closed because there's nothing in between the two words. They're just smashed together. Hyphenated form means that the words are put together, but they're separated using a dash or a hyphen. As you can tell in six-pack, you take the word six and pack, and you combine them together using a hyphen. Some other examples of compound words: the closed forms, softball, firefly, secondhand, keyboard, makeup, and crosstown. Some examples of hyphenated words are mass-produced, over-the-counter, and daughter-in-law. The next thing we're going to talk about is contractions. There are a lot of different contractions, and contractions do kind of similar thing that compound words do. They take two words and they smash them together. But in this case, one of the letters, or sometimes two of the letters from one of the words, gets dropped off and replaced by an apostrophe. The most common contractions are words like can't, won't, shouldn't, wouldn't, right? Those are our words that deal with the contraction not. So, for example, you have should, not. You're trying to combine those two words. Whenever you have the contraction not, the O is replaced by an apostrophe. The O is taken away and you put an apostrophe. So should and not make shouldn't. Would and not would make wouldn't. Could and not would make couldn't. The next form that we have is with the contraction have. With the contraction have. So here we have would and have. In this case, the H and the A in have are taken over by the apostrophe. So when you put would and have together, you get would've. The HA is taken away and replaced by an apostrophe. Next we have had and would. So had, has, and have all do the same thing. You take away the HA. You take away the HA. In have, had, and has, you take away the HA. And you replace it with an apostrophe. So for he had, you take away the HA and replace it with an apostrophe and get he'd. For he would, you end up taking away most of the word, W-O-U-L, and replacing that with an apostrophe. So once again, you're left with just a D. He'd. Now I know that these are very similar, but you have to make sure that you're paying attention to the context of the sentence. If the sentence is he'd go later, then we know it's not going to be he had go later. It's he would go later. Next we have is and has as our contractions. Is and has. So once again, with has, it works like have and had. You take away the HA and replace it with an apostrophe. So for she has, that changes into she's because we took away the HA in has. For is, you just take away the letter I. You take away the letter I. So for she is, you get she's as well. Once again, you need to pay attention to the context of the sentence. If the sentence says she's very pretty, then that probably doesn't mean she has very pretty. It probably means she is very pretty. Our next contraction is are. So you are makes your. When you have the contraction are, the A is taken away and replaced by the apostrophe. You are equals your. This can get tricky when we're talking about usage errors as well, because your is also spelled Y-O-U-R. But you have to think, is it you are or just your possessive? There are a couple irregular contractions as well, like I am, I'm. Cannot is not two words. Cannot is one word, but it changes into can't. It follows the same rule that the O in not is replaced by an apostrophe. And will not becomes won't. Once again, with the not part, with the contraction part, the O is replaced by an apostrophe, but will is changed to a WO. Why is that? I have no idea. But remember that will not is won't. There is no such word as will not.